Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's live stream where I will be joined by Chris in just a few moments and we will be answering any of your digital marketing related questions. So do pop those in the chat and we will answer them on a first come, first served basis. We will work our way through them, so please do be patient. I'm just going to double check Chris does have the right link. Yeah, he does. But yeah, he will be joining us in just a moment. Don't know if he's caught up in a call. I literally did speak to him a few minutes ago, so he will be here. I'm sure of that. But I am happy to answer any questions in the meantime. So fire away. And before we jump into anything, please do check out the news guy. The logo is above and his link is below. If you're interested in digital PR services, he is your man for that. So please do check out the news guy. Great guy, great service, and overall, I'm sure you'll be happy. But SEO questions, folks, ask away anything, and we will get it answered. And if you've got anything you want to just get a second opinion on, that is also fine. Just throw that in there. Always happy to just give a second opinion. It's always nice to get a second opinion on things as well. So much stuff going on in the SEO space, and sometimes that second opinion just corroborates stuff in your head. So if there is anything like that, feel free to ask and all of that good stuff. And if you're just listening in, let us know who you are, where you're listening in from. It's always nice to see that people are there as well. Whilst we're waiting, Chris. Still not read my message. Oh no, he has. He has. He will be here in a tick whilst all you guys are joining. So always good to start the stream a little bit earlier anyway, and just let people come in and warm up to what is going on. He's had to restart his machine. Devyanish, hopefully I've said that right. Devyanish, that is it. What's one SEO activity you've stopped doing in the last year because it no longer delivers results? That's a very good question, actually. I don't know how accurately I can answer that, because even though I've not found anything that does not deliver results, however, I am aware that I may do a whole bunch of stuff that gets me results, and you could argue that 2 or 3 of those things actually don't make a blind bit of difference. But because they are part of my process and something that I believe works as an overall part of the process, then I don't really remove them. They make me feel better and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, there's certain. No, I can't say there's anything that I have done that I have stopped doing. I would really be lying on that one if I'm being honest. Like, for me, CTR is important, link building is important, good content is important, good technical is important. You know, a lot of the basic SEO things are really, really important, and I would still continue to do to this day. So, there are tools that I no longer use. There's GMBs are no longer as I'm not saying a GMB is not effective, but the way that some people do them, that where they've got mass amounts of GMBs, is no longer that effective, and there's a lot of suspension. So that is probably one thing where I'm like, do you really want to spend a lot of time diving into that when you're not really at that address, and it's the risk against the reward is not there, because there is a lot of risk in it, and 50% of your GMBs get suspended and all this kind of stuff. So it's kind of problematic, and not something that I would spend too much time on continuing to do. So yeah, that is probably one of those things that I probably, in the last year or so, have seen kind of dip, and not just me, but a lot of people are no longer, doing that as a viable marketing strategy. Same with, mass page or programmatic SEO. The mass page spam, as I would essentially call it. I just don't think that really delivers results anymore. I think Google are cleverer, and they're looking for a lot of other signals. So again, I don't really dive into doing that as a strategy anymore either. So yeah, that's a couple there. Hopefully that's it. But one thing I would also add to that is I don't see a huge amount of people doing the basics properly from an SEO standpoint. And again, that's massively problematic. Everyone's looking for the secret bullet, and I don't think that many people are doing the basics properly. So again, going back to basics is something I think a lot of people can essentially need to do, if I'm being honest, and probably miss out on. So that's another one there that I see a lot. But any other questions, guys, fire them in, and I will get round to answering as many of them as I possibly can. And Chris will be joining us. He has to restart his machine. I had to do that myself today, actually. I was recording some videos earlier, and the thing was kind of bugging out. It was weird, and I had to restart my machine as well. But here he is. The man is here.
What was up with that?
The machine restarter.
Yeah. I couldn't get in.
I was saying to the guys there, I had to do that earlier. I was recording some videos for YouTube, and I use the Facecam Pro, so that plugs into the computer, but it was like fucking bugging out. It was like flickering, and I'm like, I've unplugged it, plugged it back in, it's still flickering.
Facecam Pro, huh?
Yeah.
Facecam Pro. Let's go check it out. $500. Oh, that's nice. 4K.
Dude, the quality on it is fucking insane.
Oh, it's made by Elgato.
Yeah, it's a beast.
Oh, so it has the PCI card or the graphics card built in it.
Oh yeah.
So you just USB plug it in.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I bought a graphics card. I got the freaking thing.
Oh no, that's too much hassle, Chris. Just pay extra for the fucking nice
camera. I feel you. Yes. Dude, I took apart this computer. I've been got a new one. Dude, that's a good idea, because I'm on the new wave. I got one of these bad boys now. I'm using this. We were using this to run the bots.
Yeah.
I'm just switching just to this, because these new ones I was looking at, I have a 3900X AMD in this, the CPU. And this one's a 9HX.
Nice.
It smokes its boots. Dude, I can edit video and everything with this baby. Woo! Dude, I never thought of that. That's cool, man. You just put me on to something new. Thanks, Greg. What else is new?
Not a lot, mate. Not a lot. And by the way, we are live, just so you know.
Oh, well, wonderful. Glad we're here.
I've got a question for you that came from Devyanish. I've already answered it, but
Okay.
curious to know if you've got an answer for it because it's a good question. What's one SEO activity you've stopped doing in the last year because it no longer delivers results?
Uh, hmm.
It's a good question, right?
One thing that we stopped doing. Wow, small things, I guess. Um, yeah, like I'm not sending. I mean, I don't send dead links out, non-category specific links. Those have no effect for us. Um, we're not launching out every single city page on lead gens. Um, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same, just small little tweaks, in my opinion. Yeah, like those are the two big ones. Like, we're not mass creating city pages like we were for lead generation.
Yeah.
Um, oh, and two, at least on the, I have a law client that I work with in their marketing agency. It's like 25% of my business is this one client, but it's like 13 law firms.
Yep.
Um, a big piece of that was they no longer they took away the staff. That's why I started getting anxious about the AI because they have the video that pops up.
Mm-hmm.
They have like a video pop up now. It's
Yeah.
not AI, but it's video, and then it asks and answers the question. It qualifies them right there, but they see a video first.
Yeah.
I think it's better. It's like AI, the same thing, but I thought that was slick. But yeah, non-qualifying or using AI, so stop using only people. Launching out mass city pages has definitely changed, and then dead links. Mass referring domains was still highly effective, even though like all the we'll say white hatters were saying that it was dead. But dude, you hit a page with 100 DR50s, that thing was going.
Oh yeah.
But not anymore. you know, so yeah, it just doesn't. It just gets cooked. And then too, I did like a side project, a little test, and I think it has to do with the outbound links
Yeah.
because like we were still buying up dead sites, like no traffic is what I mean by this, and they were super potent, like as far as links and referring. So you get them, set them up, let them sit 90 days, let all the links re-index, send links to those links, and then hit it with some other PBNs. And those sites were flying. And I think when you're buying in the open market, because of the amount of outbound links and it's shooting to all these different sites, those are done, dude.
Yeah.
I still like them though. I like snapping those up for $1 and send them as a tier.
Yeah.
Like what's high grade in I don't know what in Black Hat, right? Like the high shelf in Black Hat is great for tier 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, things change. That was a long answer. Sorry.
Yeah.
I had to think. About that.
That was a good question. Good question. Next one, Black Hole Supersoft. Are you favouring an LLM, Craig? I'll put it to Craig and Chris. Claude is for me the one that I'm probably, if you force me to pick one, I would say Claude just now. But curious to know if you favour one over the other, Chris.
Grok.
Grok.
Elon stuff's the best.
Elon stuff's the best.
Hands down. No question.
Um,
No question. Yeah. But you can't not on the back end of Twitter, but they let you build Grok is great, and then Google. So, but everybody has their own opinion.
yeah.
Claude's sweet, but they only take up a very small percentage of market share though.
Yeah.
Like they're not super jumping, which is really cool, just like Grok.
Yeah.
So but I like, what do you like about it? The automation and the fun you can play with it, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what Grok does.
Yeah,
But you have a
I've
better
not spent too much time in Grok, to be honest.
Grok's non-similarity based. It's all live.
Yeah,
It's so much better. It's pretty good.
I should check it out. I should check it
I
out.
think you'd like it. Yeah.
But hopefully that answers Black Hole Super Sloth. Ahmed, what's the main reason behind your YouTube channel's success? You have a good number of subscribers. Are they all for learning SEO? Yeah, they are, as far as I'm aware, all for learning SEO. I don't really promote anything else on there, and never will. You know, it's an SEO channel, and I don't want to go too away from that. But obviously, I've spoken at events for the last 10 years, maybe 11 years. I have put out a lot of content, but obviously COVID was the big thing behind the success of it. I gave a lot of people access to free courses and made them subscribe to the channel to get the rest of the information, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of things that you could do back then that you can't do now.
Also, when YouTube first released that ad platform, that was helpful for the channel, if I recall.
Absolutely. So there was, but obviously there's a lot of, Chris will back me up in this, a lot of time, a lot of effort, but also a lot of people say, oh, how did you grow? Well, I've spent the last 10 years traveling the world, speaking at conferences in front of a lot of people as well. And obviously from that, you start to build up that following. So it's obviously been a combination of a lot of things, and obviously collaborations with Chris and various other people as well. So, there's a lot of effort and time, and like us, we've done the live streams for 6 years. We're 2026. That seems fucking strange to say that, but
wow,
every week for 6 years as well, like me and Chris just answering questions is, again, if you were to count that up into
I didn't realize
man hours, it's but again, you've just got to put the grind in. So that is
dude, I just became a millionaire. This is insane. I can't believe it's been this long. Oh God.
But it's a hard grind, is the message I would like to say, and Chris will absolutely back me up in that. Chris is
look at this.
Look
at all these wrinkles.
Yeah, it's just nothing special. There's no mad thing. It's just consistency and turning up and doing your best, and that's all you can do. So,
what's your why? What's your why, and what are you willing to give up? How bad do you want it?
And you do burn out as well, when you're doing these things. So trying to, balance it all out, it's not for everyone. That's all I'll say.
Not for everyone.
Our Saul is asking, are you seeing a lot of fluctuations on rankings right now? There is no confirmed update as of yet.
Well, I noticed there was a small issue in the last 10 days or so on indexing. So that smells like an update.
Yeah.
So
you seen fluctuations though?
Depends on the project, but no, not overall, nothing crazy. No.
Maps,
yeah, I'm seeing fluctuation there. When I was looking over the several accounts just like right before. That's why I was on WhatsApp. I'm like, oh, let me message Craig quick. Yeah, I'm noticing some hopping around, but we see that too, which is intriguing. I'm starting to figure out, which is wild. I can't believe it took this long. Like, do they have like it's almost like a, I want to say like a reset. Because you'll notice there'll be first comes review swipes, next comes fluctuations, and then it's back to business. So I noticed that's right, and then too, like you'll notice the reviews will start like getting hurt, right? And then all of a sudden I can't index on websites. Oh, Google, I'm on to you now, Google.
No hiding from Chris.
No. If allegedly the reviews don't start sticking, I'll know. Oh, the websites are next, boys. Get your pages in now. That's funny.
But I've not seen anything either else all out of the ordinary. Obviously, there is always fluctuations, but nothing where you'd be like, shit, that's bad. So, yeah, I've not seen anything.
Crazy. Yeah.
But next question from Leor. EXIF data on images. Do you go to the trouble of doing so, Chris?
No, we tested that. The EXIF data on images. So we bought, long story short is there's a tool, they put in 150 different types. We put all of it in. We uploaded it in multiple different areas. We did it on YouTube, the YouTube image. We also did it inside of Google Business as the owner, Google Business as a user. And then we went back and we went and downloaded it all to see, okay, what's left. And we noticed out of those 150 types, there's only 12 left, like copyright, the title, the stuff along this lines. But the ones that were ripped out was the geo information. And some would say, oh, yeah, but how do you know they didn't utilize that? Well, why would they leave these and not these then? I think they strip out what's non-useful in order to condense, right?
Yeah.
So, no, we don't use EXIF. However, there are certain file formats that are useful. Most notably, the file formats that are built within your Android devices, like your Samsung or your iPhone. Take a look at those HVEC, HVIC, and HEVC, I believe. If you want geo information to stick, try out those file formats.
Makes sense. Also, do you remember Stumble Upon?
Yes.
Big Lee says, bring back Stumble Upon.
Wait, isn't that still up?
I don't know. I was never a mad user of it or anything, but
yeah, I remember that.
It's just a blast from the
whatever
past.
Happened to it? That is a blast from the past. Wow, I guess it is gone. Jeez, I'm only 25.
Bebo has gone as well, just for the record.
What is it?
Bebo. Do you remember that?
I don't remember that one.
Oh, no. Come on. Bebo. Bebo.
Was it a blue logo?
No, red.
No. Something. You know what I do love though? Did you see that new what's it? Oh my gosh! Now it slipped my mind. But it's like it's kind of like a Reddit, but it comes to your inbox. I can't think of it. It's got a red logo or an orange logo. I mean, it's like something new. It's good, man, dude. It's all over. The pages are in, like everything's indexing. It comes to your email box. Well, I made the mistake to follow someone else's. It reminds me of that Stumble Upon is why I'm mentioning this.
Yeah.
Like, and then, dude, I clicked it, and then all of a sudden, I got a rush. Like, my whole inbox was flooded with the company's emails, but it was just from this one person. Like, every single post. And I was like, wait a minute here. So I went and tried it with my own, and it worked. And I was like, oh, this is sick. This is good. Yeah.
Well, we're likely to get massively attacked then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's why it's important to know. When I bring it up, I'll share it with you. Let me remember what it is. Yes, you might get attacked, but it's actually pretty cool. It's sweet. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Sounds like a lot of fun, but
yeah.
Our Soul is twisted the Divyanish question at the start and said, what have you started doing in the last year that you weren't doing before? Any one thing?
I mean, we run traffic to the individual pins. That's new. I don't host. Well, we still have our own, but only in those markets. But I buy at the top of the market for a mobile proxy, which is sad, but
sad for you anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, that's new. That's definitely new. I buy in order to be able to get into the regions that I need. Like, because we have one in Florida, we have one in Texas, I have one in PA, but that's, Most customers are out west. Florida's cool, but yeah. So run into the actual geolocation, like longitude and latitude, in order to influence those pins. What else is new? Yeah, buying at the top of the market, which I hate. Running edge traffic, that's new. We weren't doing that. That's something brand new. Yeah, those are the newest things. Oh, indexing methods have changed too. Yeah. So yeah, that's all. That's it from me at least. But yeah, I think the edge traffic is hot. That's really really nice. Um, Buying at the top of the market for the proxies. Yeah. Oh, doing a lot of other secondary social sharing for clients, certain clients, which is interesting. Seeking out ways, kind of like, I guess they wouldn't be social sites. I consider them social sites, but like, remember like ArtStation and Deviant and
Yeah.
image sharing, comments, PDF shares, RSS feed distributors. Leveraging those types of assets is definitely, it used to just be guest post, guest post, guest post, but leveraging those other syndication methods has definitely been beneficial this year so far. So those have changed. Yeah, processes have changed. Certain tools have changed. Yeah, those are a few. What about you?
Um, God, I mean, things have changed. Like, I'm not doing the exact same stuff. I would say things have evolved rather than the strategy changing. Like,
That's
tools
fair.
have changed. Like you're saying, maybe buying better proxies or whatever your fucking shit is, or things like that always change over time anyway. But the methods are still the same, as far as I'm concerned. But you know, like I say, when I answered this question earlier prior to you coming, Chris, I was saying I found that question really difficult to answer, because a lot of the stuff that I believe ranks, I'm still doing. It's not like I've stopped doing one thing. Now things have changed, of course they have. I don't use certain tools; they're no longer as effective as they once were, whether that be a CTR tool or whatever it may be. So things have changed, things have evolved, and there's slightly different things there. But the main crux of SEO for me, whether it be technical, good content, link building, CTR, and all that kind of stuff, I think all of that's still the same. We still have to do it. How I am doing it, or how I'm getting the CTR traffic, is different. Of course it is, because the old cheap shitty way of doing it is no longer as effective. So yeah, I wouldn't say strategy, or I've stopped doing a thing at all. It's just like you've always tried, Chris. Just try different shit, and if you can get a better setup, sometimes it has to cost you more money.
Always.
But it is, it's painful, and no one wants to pay more money. But if you need to get better proxies, higher end proxies, because that is the difference between success and failure, then I think it's stupid not to do it. So
To the game.
yeah, you've just got to factor it into your pricing, and that's it. So yeah, I think again, I'm not really doing anything that's massively different, strategy wise, but the
New setups for CTR. What Puppeteer or something along these lines? Chromeless browsers with Puppeteer. Like what?
I don't want to say too much on a live stream. I don't want to say too much.
Would it be okay? Would it be utilizing like a Playwright or Puppeteer setup as opposed to say something out of the box?
Yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough. Yeah, me too. Okay. The problem is scaling though.
Yeah.
Where's that genius Leo at? Leo, I got an idea. Where's that dude at?
Give him a message. He is a fucking genius. He can make
Yeah, he's good.
what an SEO figures out in their brain. He can
Yeah,
make.
but see, that's what I run across. See, but if I know guys that are smart though, they'll take it and run. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And then two, yeah,
But he knows enough about SEO to articulate what you're fucking trying to, what's rolling out your mouth,
and then make it.
Yeah. And
I know
we're
that's
not clever enough to be able to fucking make it. Well, I'm not anyway. Maybe you are, but guys like Leo are not kicking around
yeah, that's right. They're
on a
hard to
massive
find.
scale. So
And that's the problem there is like, yeah, we're able to put together a makeshift,
yeah,
right? Essentially, and get it to work. But can I do that for 200 clients? No, very hard, very difficult, very difficult. Like if I need 25,000 organic clicks a month from on just organic, like that was hard enough. Now adding the location barrier on top of it, oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah. That's
I have
the
to fire 20 people.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Any case, it's been fun.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but
Anyway,
yeah. Next one is Div Yanish. Building irrelevant backlinks just for volume doesn't make any sense if a university researcher wouldn't consider the link contextually relevant to the content. There's almost zero chance modern search engines or AI systems will. So,
Devesh can use ChatGPT. My man, this guy a round of applause. My man.
um,
I'm just busting you, dude.
but he has another question: how to find gaps in local SEO to be more precise? I mean, how do you prioritize local SEO gaps so you don't waste your time fixing low impact issues?
By leaning into what Google's already rewarding, and understanding intent of key terms. Understanding intent and leaning into what's already winning are the two biggest things in order to cut time, which will maximize result and give you more money. What's that mean? It means if I have AC repair, AC install, AC repairs, repairing, AC handyman, AC services, AC company, we'll just say, well, that's the lineup. Understanding that yes, that's commercial intent, but do I need a page for every variation? Yay or nay? And in these locations, and then understanding, well, does Google classify if I'm in Miami, North Miami, South Miami, do I need multiple pages? Does Google think they're different? Understanding those pages, that's key, to me, that's intent. And then the last piece is once I have a foundation of high commercial intent pages up and I've answered each of the questions, I don't want to add more. I want to optimize by doing gap analysis. What's Google giving me that I'm ranking number 60 for, but I'm getting 3,000 impressions for? Let's stack that on the page.
Yeah.
Let's build in anchor text with that. That's been those two things right there is, for me at least, that's the gold. That's everything right there.
I think obviously experience will tell you as well on what you don't waste your time on. A lot of the kind of, it's the same as doing an audit or whatever. There's certain things that would flag up in an audit that you really don't need to fix. That they're not going to make a huge amount of difference. And I think the same when you're analysing a website in the local market or any market for that. Your experience will help you avoid those low impact things that no longer work. So I think that the experience part plays a big part in it as well. So yeah, but obviously if you've not got experience, I think, and I think Chris will absolutely agree. I think we've all ran down rabbit holes and done shit that didn't do nothing, and we make our own mistakes, and you feel the burn. You're like, fuck, that didn't do shit. That's crap, and I spent money in this, and I tried that. I think that's all just part of the overall learning curve, and it's important not to get frustrated with it, and just crack on, because I think I've made a lot of mistakes and wasted a lot of time on low impact issues, and they haven't done nothing. But I wouldn't know that unless I had actually went down and tried it.
And not all high impact things equal dollars either.
Yeah.
Is another piece to it. Yeah. You might do something and it's awesome for whatever the goal is, but sometimes those aren't the things that turn bucks. Like I'm not going to create articles that produce a bunch of traffic that don't convert. That's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
But our Sol is saying, "Who is Leo? Never heard of him."
It's probably this guy right here, our Saul. Is this Leo?
Our Sol, is that you, Leo?
Yeah.
That
That's a random thing to say, you know. Who's Leo? I never heard of
Leo
him. He made
is
the
the guy who made Keyword Cupid,
that
Signal
was sick.
Boy. He's a developer slash SEO enthusiast, very, very clever guy, and behind a lot of tools that the SEOs have custom built and stuff like that. So very, very, like, I'm talking about geek level, astronaut level geek. Um,
I like that. That's good.
I mean that's the biggest compliment I can pay him. Like he is really, 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 like, I'm not saying just some shitty little developer that makes apps. Like he is a freak show when it comes to everything that can be done from a SaaS and automation and all of that kind of stuff and pulling it all together. And like I said to Chris, he's the guy that
Stack developer.
he understands enough about SEO to be able to take whatever gibberish falls out of my mouth and wherever my brain wants to do things, and he's able to somehow make that work. And yeah, he's not an easy guy to just rock up and get a hold of.
Oh,
But yeah, but yeah, you see him kicking around at some of the SEO conferences.
that tool was sick, but the price point was just too obscene. But I love that tool, and when he explained it, like, because at first I couldn't get it to go, but then once it was explained and we started utilizing it, I made Andy buy it.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought it was great, but the price point for me was too high. But that was a good tool. I mean, now it's probably outdated, but it was really cool though. I really liked it.
yeah,
I did.
but that's the problem, Chris. You and price points are not a good match.
That's
Um,
fair. That's fair.
high end quality workmanship and Chris Palmer just are not. There's not a good synergy there, man. Chris Palmer wants it all for a buck.
I want fair for a fair price.
Um,
I want good for a fair price. Yeah, that's
uh,
all.
I'm the same, dude. I am the same.
Now I thought Core was relatively expensive to me too, but I've been paying 10 for a very long time. That's a
Yeah.
high quality tool.
Do,
That's
do you use
$250
it?
a month.
Do you use it?
Not recently. I gave it to my brother though. He uses it. I don't know about recently, but yeah, he
Uh,
uses it.
I've
My job is to learn, understand, and hand off.
yeah,
Yeah.
hand off to someone who is not crazy and can just stick to the task in question.
Yeah, just the monotony.
Yeah,
I want to know what's new, what's next, how do I get there first? And that's it. Yeah. That's it.
it actually takes a while to realize that, though, right? Like you're just not cut out to do monotonous tasks.
I'm
Where-
not.
I'm
Not
the
at
same.
all.
I'm like my brain. I start to get itchy feet. I'm like, man, twitching and everything. I'm like, fuck
Oh,
this.
dude, it's so bad. I
Um,
dislike it immensely. Like you know, I sold citations and directories. I'm just using this as an example for a very long time. And I used to make them. Insane, right? Like, I don't know what I was thinking. But now this dude here, this gentleman, him, his wife, and his son, and I got like a little squad, right?
What, you just hired his whole family,
I hired the whole crew, yeah.
man.
And they do citations, they do directories, yep, and they scan. They'll go and scan the big dundadas, whatever list is out there. We just pile it in, and build that baby, yeah.
You
Dude, you can crank out, dude. That's I can't believe it. It's mind blowing. But anyway, that's a monotonous task.
Yeah.
That was just draining. It's draining. Then you do an hour of work doing that. There's no creativity.
Oh
There's
yeah.
no building. It's the same thing. Like I feel
Well,
like
tells you.
it's not for me. Yeah,
Ah,
not for me.
I've often said that even like content creators, I always struggled with content writers because they would burn out after a period of time just writing bullshit after bullshit after bullshit about shitty plumbers, roofers, whatever it may be. And you're like, I get it. I said to the people, as they were coming and going from my business, I'm like, listen, I fucking absolutely get it. I couldn't do it, but I need someone to do it to a certain
And two, you
standard.
can't move them either
Yeah.
because
Well, that's it.
you can't give them too many pieces.
Nah.
Like, okay, this is your job. Because but what we're good at that I've noticed workers, normals aren't good at, is multiple things.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like higher level strategy or knowing what the next move is or figuring out the move. No. There's people that do the mundane tasks and they're very good and repetitive and fast and efficient. And then there's strategy builders.
Yeah.
Two different skill sets. Did you ever notice that? The guy that's good at the mundane task is they'll ask you 20 questions to know what's next. Oh geez, like what should I do?
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean by this?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, it takes all kinds. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, it's all part of the overall system.
Did you ever read Rocket Fuel? The book
No.
Rocket Fuel? Yeah, there's like integrators. Yeah, like I'm not the integrator.
No.
It's called Rocket Fuel. Very famous book. I'm surprised you didn't see it. It's good. It's great. I listened to it multiple
If
times.
I'm being honest, I've never read a book in my life.
You're lying.
I'm not.
What? No, like I don't. Well, I'm not going to sit and read them. But your audio, you don't have audio.
I've listened to a handful of audiobooks. I don't like. I've not got the patience to read a book.
I listened to 75 audiobooks in this year.
I mean, I've listened to audiobooks. Like there's certain people, entrepreneurs and stuff. I've listened to their books and stuff.
Yeah.
But I am not a big book reader. I learn more from watching videos and shit. I can't sit and it needs to be bite sized. I don't have the attention span. Like when I'm traveling and shit, like I like listening to podcasts or listening to an audiobook. But reading a book, dude, I've never read a book in my fucking life. And audiobooks, I could probably say I've listened to 20 in my whole life.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's interesting.
I just can't do it. The attention span's not there. I get bored too quickly.
And then when your mind's racing, do you just fire up like that's why Grok is so good? Or do you have something on your phone, like something to bounce ideas off of?
Oh yeah.
And you just let it rip?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I got this. Okay, this. You like that?
I've got my own ways to do that. Yeah, but reading a book or listening to a book, man, I need to go away. If I was listening, let's say it's your book and you say something in there,
yeah,
I'll fuck off for 3 days down a rabbit hole because you've said something and I'm like, and I can't continue reading that book. I would have to go away and do shit and test shit and
try something.
try something. It's obviously an ADHD thing. I would put it down to. I just don't have the mental capacity to stick there and just read it. I'd be getting excited about something someone said if it was something I could integrate into my business. And yeah, it's just very disruptive for me.
Excited too, but like it's like I don't know. It's like you're feeding. I'm looking for the next piece of information.
Yeah.
Like the last one I just did was called Skip the Flip. Oh, it's great, dude. It's wonderful. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to be like Big Andy, dude. I'm trying to. This SEO thing is cool, but that's way cooler.
Dude,
real estate is way cooler.
I can tell you right now, you're never going to be Big Andy.
No, I'm not. No.
You're not that type of guy.
No. And, but I think there is people that are on the ground though.
Yeah.
And finding the opportunity.
Yeah.
Shaking the hand of the opportunity. Sure. I think I would do exceptional at this.
But yeah, you've got to play to your strengths.
Yeah.
Realize what you are and what you're not. And
that's fair.
I have came to a lot of those realizations over the years and went, yeah, I'm getting on a hell of a lot better now that I realize I am the chink in most of the chains.
That's fair. Yeah. But then how do you let, How do
you have to let go.
Yeah. That's so difficult. I'm trying that over. I have another little operation running, and it's working very well. But getting somebody that you trust enough to integrate with is hard.
Yeah, that's always been the thing for me. Is the person to integrate with. They're few and far between. I don't trust many people.
And then too, as you step away, you realize, like, dude, I'm just a lead generator.
Yeah,
I want to figure out the things that are working, right? The expert's only a chapter ahead of the next guy.
yeah,
So how do I stay a chapter ahead? That's what I enjoy. And then figuring out processes to hand off. So that's one R&D and lead generation. But then you feel like you're not. I don't. Yeah, I like working in it too, though. There's something there. I don't know why.
I mean, I do like to still dabble around and play around and keep my hand in, but you can't do that on a scalable level, man.
I don't.
Otherwise, you're going to lose everything else. That's when I had an agency. I felt as if my skills were diminishing because I was more involved in like the fighting with clients and invoicing and everything else, and I'm like, I'm not learning anymore.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that's pain.
who am I listening to? Who am I meeting? Where am I going to get the good shit? And that's where you're like, no, I know what I am now, and I need someone who can speak to the clients. I need someone who can do the tasks and shit. You can't do it all because you burn yourself into the ground, and it's just not a scale in any business. Not scalable without killing yourself and giving yourself a heart attack. So it's yeah, just got to be smarter. And you look at the big boys. I know Richard Branson or whatever. They've all made billions and billions of pounds, not by themselves though.
No.
So no one has done it by themselves.
Yeah, yeah. I no. And then too, like I didn't realize if you start something new, because I realize in order to give away control, they have to be able to access the funds in order to operate. Like I
Mhm.
want you to you operate. I don't like operating,
Yeah,
right? Not you, but then you go to start something fresh, and you can't carry the trust from the old account over.
yeah,
You know what I mean by this?
yeah,
So then, like, I'm like, wait, well, what the hell? Like, so I have a 15-year relationship with Chase, you, right?
yeah.
But if I start something fresh, you're not going to front me? Why? This is craziness. So that means I have to put up the initial capital. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Would you do that? Would you put somebody in the operations and just accept the fact that you're the R&D and lead generator
Um,
in order
depend,
to, yeah?
depending on who was in the operations, absolutely, yeah. It's just making sure that that person's not going to bend you over. Is the biggest fear I've got.
That's the problem. That's the thing. Because then they think they're worth more than they are.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's how you structure that to keep them interested without them thinking that
Run
they're
it.
the big piece. That's the problem because ego comes into it, and they
Ego.
think you're goofing around. They might not see the value in what you do. Fucking around and traveling around and getting the ideas and getting contacts, just keeping up to date with information. A lot of people don't see value in that, and that's the
Yeah, the information. Like, where do you think that vendor list came from?
yeah,
Curating that took many years to
yeah,
build it. Like, can you call and get 40,000 unique links? I can. I know you can too. But that took time.
yeah.
Anyway,
That's
fair enough.
Lee has said, "What will the job of a marketer look like in 3 years? Will it be almost all paid conversions, especially with voice-based AI?"
Oh, not in the next 3 years. I think, well, so AI started heating up. I think in maybe 15 years. I think it will be a lot more paid to play. 15 to 20 years. It takes a lot longer. for things. Google's been slowly introducing elements, and you've noticed. Remember, they used to only take up 2 spots on the page, top,
Yeah.
right? Now they got guarantee. Yeah, so it will be pay to play, but I think it's going to take many, many more years. Not 3, nah, 10, 15, somewhere in that range. Yeah,
No,
but
I would agree with that. I think too many people are making these things that it's all going to change in the next couple of years. I don't think it will change as quickly as that. I think it will obviously undoubtedly change, but certainly not that fast. Because Google took as long as it did now for people to just say Google, and even at that, there's a huge amount of the population who can't even fucking Google shit, and they're just coming round to it. Let alone AI and everything else that goes alongside it. So I think it will take a little bit longer. There's still businesses. I don't know what it's like in your area, Chris. Certainly in Glasgow and stuff, there's still guys that have businesses that don't fucking even have a website still. So
don't even have a website. I'm work. I found a doctor, and he knows multiple doctors. They didn't even know what Google Business Profile was.
yeah,
They didn't even know what a guarantee and showed up at the top. Like they didn't understand it. I got lucky this this month.
but
So but that's these guys. These guys are rich. They own buildings and everything in cities. It's crazy to me. Like this guy owns half the street. He doesn't even have a Google Business Profile.
yeah, it's mad.
What the heck?
He's obviously utilised his business brain uh,
For sure.
to get that far in life, and he's not implemented the marketing thing. You know what? There's a lot of people like that in Glasgow. I'm not saying they've got shit businesses at all.
No, right.
What I'm saying is they don't understand the online marketing, and that for me is still very, very common locally here. Again, it
Very
might be very different in America. So even trying to get them to do voice shit and all that, I think we're still so far away from that. Getting those guys to even get involved in the voice thing, let alone anything else. So, they've not even got websites and they don't understand it. They didn't realize that this was a thing. And yeah, so I think it would be longer than a couple of years anyway. That's my opinion as well.
It took my whole life for Google to really take shape. I remember that beep boop beep, boop, the AOL CDs that used to
Oh
come.
yeah,
I remember. So that was let's just say a 20-year run.
yeah.
So yeah, nah. I mean, that's yeah. Digital funds now. Set up something that's hard asset for little Chris later.
Yeah, do
That's
what
it.
you can while you can.
That's right.
That's my thing as well. But guys, do we have any last minute questions before we wrap up? We've got
Oh wow, that was fast.
a few minutes left, but no questions to answer. So if you do have something, fire away, and we'll be more than happy to answer it. So
Have you seen anything that actually can take orders efficiently, answer questions based upon database, and efficiently take orders and
no,
follow up?
no, not efficiently.
Right. And then what about the audio version? Have you seen? I've seen a couple of them. I called Alan too, to see how that progressed, and that I could see how some people that could work. But do you know any audio sales takers that are efficient?
No, I
Yeah.
mean, in all honesty, I mean I've used them. So when I got my hair transplant, um, the onboarding and everything for giving them your information and all that, it was uh, an AI voice call saying, right, you're coming to Turkey, give us this, give us that, give us that. And it's obviously taking your information. Then it would phone you back and tell you, right, that's it all booked in, this time, that time, that time. And yeah, it was efficient, but for certain things, I think that could be efficient, but where there's a lot of like nuance, I just don't think it's quite there yet. So, you know, I've not seen anything that's outrageously efficient as such. You know, I have seen a lot of people, met with a lot of people who want me to get involved in AI things to promote them and you know even be part of their businesses and stuff. And I'm just like, it's not perfect. It's certainly not perfect.
Yeah, there's something. They
And
got the email down, but I don't. That's not.
here's the thing, Chris. I have had a few problems with other companies,
Yeah.
and I can't get speaking to a normal person. You know, you go online, you get that stupid fucking chat bot that throws you around all over their fucking knowledge base. It's
Yep.
still not helped me resolve my problem, and I can't get through to a fucking human being. You know, you can't find a number or a way to actually speak. And I'm talking about like the bank and shit like that as well. You're getting thrown around the houses.
Oh yeah. Well,
And
that's well to not have right. That's the until you just get exhausted.
yeah, and you're just like, fuck this, I'll do it tomorrow. And then you're the same shit again.
Well, and 90% of the people that would be reaching through that market is a non-sale, right? Through that type of channel, it's a non-sale. It's a time suck.
Yeah.
But that 10% that have a question and want it resolved now, and that would be a buyer, those are the people that you want to help.
Yeah.
But do you think it's worth but the problem is though, having someone with enough skill set to be able to answer, speak good English, that's $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
You think it's worth $1,000 a month?
Yeah, I do. Because I think a lot of people now want to speak to a human. Well, Lee's just put here, watch the Klarna interview. They sacked and rehired their customer support team as AI had no empathy. But all I see now is complaints of, I can't speak to a fucking human being. You know, even speaking, you know, even over the years when I look at it, people have always complained about speaking to an Indian call center because of the language problem.
Right.
The same fucking frustration is there with AI because you're not getting the answer. That you just want someone with common sense going, Chris, you've got a problem here, and I can fucking resolve it now, or I can give you a refund. Simple and easy. And is that worth the money? Absolutely, because I think it's massively missing.
If you had a chief operations grand and a chief customer support, which would be a person and a helper at $1,000, that's 2,000 more. So 20% more. If I had to infuse every product to a 20% higher price point, do you think the people would pay that in order to support operations and customer support?
Yeah,
You know what I'm asking?
yeah. I think people would. I would rather pay more for a better service.
But it's not a better service. It's the same service.
No. You're getting to speak to someone who can fucking help you out and resolve problems quickly. As a company, you are quicker, more efficient, and obviously engaging with customers. And I think customer support's a massive, massive thing for many businesses. I'm not saying that that's the case for everyone, but if people are regularly contacting you and they're just getting goofed around, I think you'll fucking lose in the long run.
Well, 100%. Well, there's always that follow up in the lead up, but there's questions in between, and then you'll lose them to a higher priced solution. Yeah. So that's interesting. You think for the same type of product, but at a higher price point, but they've been coddled the entire way, and it's more efficient, it could lead to more dollars. Why? Because of perceived value?
Yeah.
Perceived value is higher because you were
Dude,
the whole way.
Let me say this in a different way. People want their fucking handheld. Customers want their fucking handheld. They want that touch point. They want fucking literally their hand fucking kissed and held and whatever else.
Right.
And will they pay more for it? Absolutely. I mean,
I call it the official, yeah.
Dude, it's happened for years with agencies. A lot of the bigger agencies, they're not necessarily doing better work, but they've got all those touch points and different personalities and different people and nice big fancy whiteboards, and the perceived value of the general douchebag out there is like, well, this must be better than what Chris has got in his fucking dungeon, you know, with people sweating and all that stuff. So, you know, that's...
You're sweating. Dude, they've been fighting me to up their price.
Yeah.
because I set I sell based on piece rate to my work, the guys. But I notice when I have 8 email boxes, right? Depending on where the leads are coming from or where people what flow. Well, I took them all and I shoved them in to see like, okay, what's the sentiment? What's the sentiment? How many people am I missing? And I think, yeah, but you would have to charge more for the products in order to support the hand holding throughout the whole process.
Yeah.
Would you allow phone calls through the whole service?
No, there would have to be certain rules in place. You can't just have people fucking phoning up for a chat about Sunday lunch and shit.
Well, would you make everything phone?
Um,
Like
phone
the
is
sales
phone.
process, would you give it the opportunity? Hey, if you need to, just call. We're live between these hours right now.
Yeah, yeah. I would try it.
You'd try it.
Yeah,
Is anybody doing that?
yeah,
Because I went through Thrive's funnel. I went to Web. I went to all these. I went to most of them. Most of them just have an AI front with a mouthpiece.
yeah,
But I went to the bigger ones to see, and most of them are an email funnel, and then they'll lead you to a calendar.
yeah.
Nobody's right now. They get you to person, but you have to set time.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. There's no one doing it, jumping a call right now. You have to funnel it to a calendar. But Benji Boyce is saying that he does it. I'm doing that. Like one of my friends, Graham, who owns an agency in Glasgow, he's very much I'll talk to you in person and all that stuff. He'll go out and meet you, fucking take you for dinner or anything. Just to and it works for him. It absolutely fucking works for him.
And
So
who's Ben? Do you know this guy, Benji Boyce?
I know of him. I
Oh,
don't think we've ever met, but Benji is a SEO guy. I think he's in Thailand. But yeah,
well, yeah. The guys that I've met in this industry that I know are doing 60 to 150 a month. It's low touch.
oh, dude, as a human being, I like low touch. I don't want mithered with stress and hassle and people talking to me when they don't need to be talking to me. I get that, but I think you're missing out on dollars because of that. Because people, the customers, they want to feel important. They want schmoozed. There's even one of my other friends who had an agency in London. He used to take these people out for to cigar bars and all that shit once a month, just to keep that retainer flowing.
Oh, that's the law. Yeah, I get that.
So
Yeah,
you know,
like the financial advisors taking them out to dinner and all
you,
this crap.
you could advise. You could sit there and say, "I'm not paying for no fucking cigar bar." If that's
I
keeping the
might
20 grand a month retainer coming in, and it costs you
a G.
$1,500
Yeah.
a month, who fucking gives a fuck? If that's what the person that's signing that check wants, then so be it. And sadly, a lot of people want all of that shit, and a lot of it's unnecessary. So from a SEO perspective, I'd rather get my head down and do good work. But there
You want
is
to get the result, but you lose to the schmoozers that are charging 3 times as much, getting the same result for 3 times more,
yeah,
but losing to an email. I
Yeah.
hate that. It's so stupid. Like, who cares? You don't need to talk to me. Go look at your grid. Are you winning? Yes, your phone's ringing. Great, wonderful. Why we don't need to chat.
or
But-
go to the cigar bar, or do anything.
I don't want to chat. I want to win.
Yeah,
But I see that value. And then two, do you really think? I think, but maybe it's me. I live in friggin' Bumblebee Tuna, right? Would it have to be a Western person? Because they want like 15 a G to 1,200 a month to answer a phone. It's crazy.
I mean, you stick some old Filipino on, dude. I just don't think it's the
No,
same
not
impact.
Filipino.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't think it really matters where the person's from, as long as they can understand the banter, the vocabulary, and stuff like that. But if you're struggling and you can't even have a joke with someone on a phone, or building up a bit of a
Rapport of some sort. Yeah.
then I think you're going to struggle. And I think cheaping out, a lot of these guys don't have the ability to build up a rapport at all.
Is giving a success manager on white label services, is that common?
No, I don't think so.
What's Web 20 do? Do you know?
I don't know exactly because they sold and someone else's is
Yeah,
now
Luckenbach
involved.
has it. But
Yeah,
they're scaled though, aren't they? Like they're clicking, right?
yeah. But
Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm just thinking to myself, what the guys that are moving out here and are winning, what are they? How are they winning? What are you doing?
dude, their team is fucking insane, and
Yeah,
they've
true.
got a lot of locals that work for them. They're not full of overseas workers or anything like
Right.
that. You know, they have a lot of high paid staff.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. It's as time has progressed. Like that's another thing that's changed in the last 3 years. You're offloading, onlinejobs.ph working to hire and train my brother, my brother's wife, people that are here that I could get to quickly.
Yeah,
It's intriguing, but they cost more, man. And then they're always looking for another one.
yeah.
Hey, what about a raise? I saw you did a good month. You have a little tip. No, that tip's for me. No. Yeah.
Oh man.
So that's interesting. So you would shut down and go back up at a higher price point, but with multiple touch points. How long would you test that to know if it was a success? 90 days?
Yeah, something like that.
And I could probably, that test there of those types of services, if it's a failure, I could write it off,
Yeah,
typically speaking. That's a good idea, Craig. It's a win-win. It's either we win and capture more dollars per customer and get a longer retainer point. I like that. That's a good idea. Okay. So
it's almost like you're paying extra for these proxies. Sometimes you just got to pay extra for certain, but like Benji says here, just hire a fucking schmoozer. You know, hire someone that's good at that shit. Just fucking hire one of them. Them, I think they'll pay for themselves quite comfortably.
yeah, what? Yeah, let's hire a lady smoozer that knows SEO because
Or train her.
it's a good idea. Oh,
Or train her. If she doesn't know SEO, you can build them up.
that's a good idea. That's a good idea. And you think a Jeep? That's probably that's only $250 a week. They're gonna want
Dude,
like
who you
five,
paying for a
bro.
fucking who you paying for a G a month, man? Fucking dude, that's really low.
That's low.
A G a
A
month.
grand to answer the phone in a month? How many?
Yeah,
It's
that's
only
low,
in a
man.
3-hour window. That you think is that? Am I being too cheap? I'm
So
sorry.
that's a part-time role.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, part time. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I was thinking a 3 to 5 hour window. Like now it's a 3-hour window. Like if you don't call in that 3-hour window, don't call. But I don't want it to be that way. Yeah, I'm just being honest. But I
I've
would
just
like to open a window and have somebody that's most of the time. If it breaks through to me, that means I need. That's a bad thing.
yeah,
If it makes it actually to me, somebody's in trouble.
yeah,
I don't want that though. I want them to be happy
yeah,
because I want longer time. Like if my churn is six months, I want to churn customers every 6 months. Then I'm always chasing the next person. I want to be able to reach success
yeah,
for a longer period. Would you do a step down
yeah,
on price? If the first 90-day rush is 1,500 a month, I want half right now.
yeah.
Would you do a step down once we hit in order to keep them longer, or
No,
does that lower the perceived value?
no, that lowers the perceived value. Is
Oh,
anyone else doing that step down? Probably not. If anything, dude, you should be stepping up. If you prove yourself, they can always get more, cover more areas, take more leads.
but the
So
deliverables are less as the months progress.
yeah, but you don't tell them that.
See, that's where I'm fudged up. Are they friends or not? Right? Like if we're building a rapport and
No,
it's
they're not
based on
fucking friends. Business is business.
that's my disconnect. I agree, I guess. Yeah, that's what messes me up, man. Right there. That's it. Business is business. But I always looked at it as it's a micro investment. Like I'm helping you. Okay, here's a deliverable. You give me dollars for this, and it's fair. And if I stack it up into a package or a monthly retainer, okay. But it's still based upon here's your items.
Yeah.
You want people, okay, well, pay me for the hour. But I'm noticing that's not what people expect. They don't see the value. They don't value that. That's actually shown like, oh, you're doing a bad job. Okay,
Yeah.
so if I to me, so if I do it the other way.
Look, dude, you sell SEO in a different way from a lot of people. You're selling all of these services. You
Together to
should be
make it better.
selling SEO. The result is what you're fucking selling. The rankings is what you're selling, not your 53 citations a month and your 240 niche edits and your fucking digital PR and
Well,
whatever you're bundling together. That's not the result. The result is, are you getting an ROI? Are you getting the traffic? Do you have the rankings? And obviously behind the scenes, you'll be doing your shit anyway to maintain that stuff, whether it be links, whether it be CTR, whether it be this, that, or the next thing. That's the job. You can't.
100%. Yeah.
You don't. Most clients don't give a fuck whether you're buying citations or they're buying citations or fuck all.
Well, they're buying the win.
Results. Yeah. But
I agree.
they want to pay you 10K a month and be making 100K a month. That's it. They don't give a fuck, really, in terms of what deliverables you're producing, as long as the results are there. So why do people sell this shit as a deliverable? Fuck that. I think you're selling it wrong. That would be my thing if you're wanting the bigger clients and you're selling the result, and that's it.
Well, you sell the result, but the itemized is deliverable for merchant account, right? Because when you get 6 months in and it's 20K, and in their mind maybe it's different. Well, I have an itemized list. Here's exactly what we did. That's why we started doing deliverable. No, we did the work.
But
right?
No one ever gives a fuck about that. As long as they're getting the return of investment, the leads and the phone are going. Do you think the guy that actually writes that check gives a fuck whether you built
No
400 citations or 4,000? No,
not at all. No, not at all. But Chase does. But I get it. I always sell the sizzle. I understand that, but I like to break it down personally, based upon deliverable. But the extras that are required in order to have a longer relationship just demands a much higher price point.
Yeah.
But they're not buying a better service. They're buying extra service.
Yeah.
It's just more deliverables. Oh, you want to have a touch point at every whim? You want to send, 3 emails a week, right? Like you want consistent, like how's everything going? And like not just your basic reports. That's time, which is dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. Okay. This has been very helpful for me.
So,
yeah. I got to get me out of I don't want to be the overviewer. I want to concentrate on research and lead gen.
Yeah.
That's what I'm good at.
Yeah.
I suck at operations.
Oh, I can imagine.
I am the worst, but okay. I know we're over time. I'm sorry.
No, all good. But guys, we are out of time, so please do check out the news guy. His logo is above, link is below. We will be back at the same time next week. And of course, if you want to hit up Chris for any operations consultancy, chrispalmer.org is the place not to go to. But yeah, we'll catch you next week, guys.
See you in the